Good morning, folks. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing well today. Almost to another weekend. Um, Trying to think as far as announcements go, not a whole lot right now. Shouldn't be long before our next free audiobook release. As we talked about, those are coming a little bit closer together at the moment, so that's kind of cool. Not entirely sure when the next one will be, but I know it's not too far off now. Let me make sure I've got my files open. That's not the right one. There we go. If I can find where I was, that's not it. All right, where was I? There we are. All right, let's get back into it. Smog? Asher called, looking around for the Crimson Drake, vaguely aware that the gang of drakes was forming a semicircle just behind him. Suddenly, the curtain on the stage parted, revealing Duncan Smog and another drake that Asher didn't recognize. It was a female with black scales and bright pink trims, dressed in a tight black suit that hugged her body, disrupting her silhouette only with a few pockets and tools hanging off her belt. Between them was a table, decorated with an assortment of tools that Asher couldn't quite see from his position on the dance floor. The female was grinning mischievously down at the pair of brothers. Between them was a table, decorated with an assortment of tools that Asher couldn't quite see from his position on the dance floor. Excuse me. Try that again. Between them was a table, decorated with an assortment of tools that Asher couldn't quite see from his position on the dance floor. The female was grinning mischievously down at the pair of brothers, her neon pink eyes scanning them for danger, while Smog was slowly clapping his eyes together, his own face split into a sinister smile. Gentlemen, he laughed, taking a few steps towards the edge of the stage. Gentlemen, he laughed, taking a few steps towards the edge of the stage. I told you that all... Not, I told you all that our boy... There we go. I told you all that our boys would come through for us, didn't I? There was a collective muttering from the gathered drakes, but none of them seemed to denote confidence or agreement. We have the orb, Asher said, trying to move this ordeal along. The faster they gave him the orb, the... On his cue, Ruth held up the bag he'd been carrying, the fabric making a fairly obvious egg shape around its contents. There was a collective gasp from the gathered crowd. Everyone looked on in surprise as Ruth reached a hand into the bag and pulled out an immaculate, ovoid sapphire, only slightly smaller than his head. Well done, gentlemen. Well done, gentlemen. Smog clapped a few times, and was quickly joined by the surrounding drakes. Within seconds of starting, however, he ceased, and the clapping died down. "Bring it up here. I want to see it." Ruth slowly took a few steps towards the stage, then looked to Asher for support. His older brother nodded slightly, and Ruth took a few more steps towards Smog, keeping his pace slow as he held out the orb for the Crimson Drake. "Come on, Ruth, don't be shy," Smog encouraged, waving him forward another few steps, putting him within arm's reach of the stage. "You have nothing to be afraid of. You guys did it. You got an orb." With excited fingers, he lifted the orb out of Ruth's hands. The hollow egg made a delicate ringing sound as he clasped it in both hands, staring deeply into his own reflection in the immaculate, crystalline surface. "I finally have one," he whispered, running the tips of his fingers carefully over the egg's surface. "All these years of work will finally start to pay off." All right, guys, that's the end of that chapter. Can't give away too much in just the preview, but this is a good one. I hope you guys enjoy it when it actually comes out. Like I said, not a lot more in the way of announcements. Next free release should be hopefully in the next few days, next week sometime, hopefully. But other than that, thank you guys for being here. I will see you all again soon. Have a great day.